Good morning. It's Friday, April 15th, 2022. My name is Terry Morgan. We are here to practice Wudang Qigong. This morning we have sets 10 through 18. We're not going to do all of them, but that's the range that we're looking at this morning. I have picked out a couple of sets that we are going to work on. I have two things, announcements. First one, in May, I'm going to be making some adjustments in these morning classes. Not so much these Qigong classes, although there's going to be a little bit of change there as well, but more so on the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday schedule. So look for that. I'll make some more announcements about that later, but there's changes coming up in May. It's April, May is right around the corner. Alright, the other thing that I want to mention is that I've been working on how to collect and automate some of that collection. The articles, videos, photos, all of the material that I've collected, that I've generated, these videos included, through some method, some means, so that it's more accessible. I've got a solution. It's working. It's working. I figured it out last night. I've got 2 pages working. One is for Wudang Tai Chi, the other is for this class, Wudang Qigong. And I'm going to be adding to that. In the meantime, the point that I'm getting at is there are some changes coming to my website, wudang.com, that will make it easier for me to publish more material about what we're doing in this class. And it will make it more accessible so that instead of trying to wade through a menu, there's a page, and you want to look at a video, well, here's the video section. You want to read something, here's the article section. All of it all together in one place with easy navigation. It's working. I wouldn't be making this announcement if it wasn't working. Okay? I'm hopeful, fingers crossed, that over the weekend I'm going to be able to launch this. What it means, and this has been my goal, this is something I've been working on for about 2 months now, is to be able to surface the content that we have, because there's a lot out there, and be able to add to it, because there's a whole bunch that I have not posted. It's not out there yet. Well, how am I going to organize it? Where am I going to put it? How can people find it? I have the answer to that question, and I'm really, really happy about it. Alright, so those are my 2 announcements. Let's get started with practice this morning. Alright. So, one of the things that we're going to pay attention to today, and this has bearing on my injury, alright, is this idea of pulling up. That as we are rising, as we bring up this dragon and tiger, right? As we bring up the leg, that we suspend from underneath. Right? So think about this as the pelvic floor muscles are what we want to pay attention to. Okay? That's what we're working today. Alright? Think about a harness that you would have a seat This is used in gymnastics. You have a seat and you have straps that support your legs, right? That's connected so that you have that support as you go up and down. Pay attention to using that sense of pull up through the pelvic floor. This means pulling up and in through this internal, through the anal muscles, as well as through all of the groin muscles. Pull up. Pull in so that your legs can move within the hip without needing to move your hip. Advanced class, come on. All right, now, we're going to start easy with White 8 presents a fruit. Okay, I'm not doing stretches this morning, and I don't want to bend. All right, so White 8 presents a fruit. We're here. Extend through the whole body. Pay attention to the placement and position of that front leg. So, no. Yes. This pushes down. This pushes forward. The goal is not how far can I reach. The goal is being connected. And very much like, excuse me, very much like the lesson yesterday, we want to pay a little bit more attention to connecting the physical breath and connecting the chi. Physical breath through and from the lungs, returning to and from the lungs. The internal breath, the chi, to and from the lower dantian. Feet about shoulder width apart. Stand straight. Pull up through the crown of the head. Tip of the tongue touches the roof of the mouth. And breathe in. Breathe out. Shift. Extend right. Extend left. Pay attention to the right heel. And return. Shift left. Extend right. Pay attention to the left heel. And return. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Connect through the lower dantian and middle dantian. Renjong, both lao gong, extend and return to the lower dantian. And from the lower dantian up through the middle dantian and extend out using the lao gong through the hands and return to the lower dantian. One more time. Extend and return. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Palms up. Press down on both sides. Breathe out. Raise the heels and lower. Stay there. Breathe in. Breathe out. Okay. We have red phoenix flies into the sun. And this is this idea, I talked about it right at the beginning. So we're going to work on this. Dragon and tiger join together, red phoenix flies into the sun, and leopard climbs a tree. And yes, I am looking at my notes over there. A little bit of coffee. All right, and I'm going to mention this again just because the idea that you do nothing at all if you have an injury, no. It might be. I've injured my back a couple of times, and yeah, I wasn't moving. It wasn't going to happen. It's not happening. I've hurt my arm. All right, I'm not going to use that arm today. All right, everything else is fine. Okay? Being able to focus on what you need to use, what you don't, what you can use, what's better left alone for today. Paying attention to that lets you continue your practice over years. Because if you stop every time there's something that isn't quite right, okay, I'm going to stop for today, I'm going to stop for 3 weeks, and I'll maybe pick it up again. You don't pick it up again after that. It doesn't happen. That I'm going to get up every day, I'm going to do something. Even when I'm flat on my back, I'm still doing some meditation, I still do some Qigong practice. Alright. Red Phoenix flies into the sun. As we go up, right here, pay attention, I'm going to connect the inside and the outside here. Pay attention as this arm goes up. Keep the shoulder down and bring all of this up with you. Because this is going to bring your hip up. So all you have to do is hold. You don't have to actually go up. Because that circle that goes up will take us there. As this hand comes up and through, bring it from the lower dantian and extend. Laogong should be flat above the bai hui. Now, top of the head. Forward hand. Extend through the laogong, lower dantian again, and extend outward. At the level of the middle dantian. Bai hui, this laogong, middle dantian. Connect them both through the lower dantian. And remember that goes down through the legs as well. Alright? We're paying attention to the upper body today, so I'm not focused so much on what we're doing through the legs. Red Phoenix flies into the sun. Feet about shoulder width apart. Stand straight. Breathe in, palms up. Breathe out, press down. Breathe in. Left cross to the outside. Press down, left turns to the inside and press up. Take the body with you. And come to center. And breathe in. Breathe out. Arms circle again. Yes, I did. Your right hand to the outside and down. Up on the right side. Press up. And come to center. Left to the outside. Roll down. Left rolls to the inside. And come up on the left. Right to the outside. And breathe in. Breathe out. And breathe in. And breathe out. Relax the breath. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Pull up. Breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. 2 more. Up. And return. Last time. Take the body with you as you go up. And center. Press down. Palms up. Press down along both sides. Pull up through the crown of the head. Raise the heels and lower. Stay there. Breathe in. And breathe out. All right, relax for a second. This sense of, in dance we call ballon, that being able to come up. Here we go. I'm up, now I'm down, but I still feel up, right? Down, up, different. Being able to understand that, being able to, how do I do that? It's abs, that inner sense, using the inside muscles, not the outside muscles. Pull up. Pulling up through pelvic floor. Pull up. Seriously. Okay. This is a thought exercise, right? You're not going to see this. You can't see me do this. It ain't going to happen. It's just not going to happen. All right, you can see me move my hand, right? I'm happy that you wanted to show hand techniques all day long. This is an internal, how do we manage our own muscles? How do we manage to move? We're moving. What are we doing? What are we doing in the movement? Well, my arms move, my hands move, my legs move, my knees move. Well, there's other parts that move too, and other parts that should hold. And I talk about this in terms of holding through the abs quite a bit. This one's a little bit different. It's very much an inside, it doesn't show on the outside until you move. And then, once you have found those muscles and start to use them, your movement changes. It becomes more fluid. It becomes more flexible. Because the way that your body naturally wants to be, the natural, I'm a 6-week-old infant. That's a natural body. Okay? Legs move. Very, very comfortably. Alright? I need to change your diaper. Okay, here. It's that facility that I'm a 6-month-old baby and I can eat my toes if I want to. I can, that level of flexibility is part of what we'd like to return to. Holding through the upper body sustaining the weight through the pelvic floor as well as through the abs, through the shoulders, and being able to separate that weight from the legs so that the legs can move more freely, gives us that freedom of movement that we're looking for. All right. We're going to use this. I wasn't just talking about it for to talk about it, right? Both dragon and tiger join together and leopard climbs a tree have us up on one leg, doing something with the other leg. If we have pulled up and are sustaining our weight through the upper body, holding up, even as we settle over that sustaining leg, we don't have to move the hip to bring the leg through. My hands didn't move. I can do that with my coffee in my hand. Right? We want that level of facility with the movement so that as we're quieting the body, as we transfer the weight, right here, pull up, center and pull up. And the other leg, just let it go. It'll come up by itself. Dragon and tiger join together. Remember, turn the toes out just a little bit. And breathe in. And breathe out. Turn the left toes out just a little bit and shift left. Both hands come up. Pull up through the body. Pull up from under. And come back to center. Pull up. Extend the leg and return. It should take almost no effort to release the leg and extend it forward. All of the effort is focused on sustaining through pulling up, inside, through the abs, through the anal muscles, through the huiyin, pull up, and breathe. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Relax through the back, pull up, stay centered. 2 more. Keep good coordination between the hands and the foot as the foot extends. And last time. And press down. Hands pull up. Press down on both sides, pull up through the crown of the head, raise the heels and lower. Stay there, breathe in. Breathe out. Relax for a minute. Alright, the same idea. The same pull up and sustain. That pull up. Bai Hui is here. Huiyin The perineum for ladies, for gentlemen, the scrotum, just behind. That area is the huiyin. Connect the bai hui and the huiyin and pull up. Pull up. That sense of pulling up. Right? We don't often pay attention to it. Yeah, we need to. Right? That group of muscles that helps manage the pelvic floor is the same group of muscles that we use to help manage our weight, to manage our turns, and to manage how the waist connects to the upper and the lower body. They kind of important group of muscles right there, right? So as we work on Leopard Climbs a Tree, keep this idea in mind that we want to sustain and hold up, pull up. Allow the leg to move. This all pulls up, the leg just does whatever it does, right? In this case, the leg's doing a little bit more than what we were just doing, but not too much different, all right? Pull up, hands and feet together, and return, right? Shift, a little bit down, bring it up together, sustain the body, and extend. Bring it back, and we'll do it again. Keep in mind that this practice method, okay, so I have a lot of them. All right. This practice method is intended to focus on this coordination of breath and movement. I'm not trying to go all the way down, and I'm not going to be trying to go all the way down for just another 3 weeks here. Yeah, that hurts. It's bothering me a little bit. That's why I stopped. All right, so it's important to me to mention it in the context of what do we do? What do we do? Athlete. I'm going to be an athlete. I've been an athlete, right? What do we do? How do we manage? You quit? No. Yeah, well then, what do you do? All right, practical solutions here. And this is one of the things that I value tremendously about the internal arts. That even as I get older, even as I have an injury, even as there's something, there's always something that I can practice. There's always a practice method that I can use today. There's always just that little bit more. I feel great today. I have no injuries. I'm going to work the physical stuff. I love that. Great. Hey, go. And I'm not feeling so good today. All right, then let's pay attention to placement and breathing and how we coordinate the breath with the movement. All right? Let's do that. Leopard climbs a tree. Feet about shoulder width apart, stand straight. And breathe in, palms up, and breathe out. Press down. Shift right, turn left, Press down just a little bit to the left, and as you shift right, come up from under. Extend the leg, bend the knee. You need to bend the right knee, even if it's just a little bit. And shift. Press down. Come on up. Extend and bend that left knee. And come back to center. Breathe in. Breathe out. 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 And breathe in. And breathe out. Pull up. Keep pulling up. Yeah, there you go. And shift. Pull up through the center. Seriously, through the center. And extend. Hold. Through the center. And down. And come on back up. No, I didn't put it down. A little bit down, and come on up. And out. And come on back up. Breathe in. Breathe out. 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 Two more. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Press down. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Last time. And extend on the left. And breathe in. Breathe out. Shift. Press down. Arms up. And extend. Come on back to center. Hands down along both sides. Pull up through the crown of the head. Raise the heels and lower. Stay there. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more time. Breathe in. And breathe out. Alright, a couple things that I wanted to say both at the same time, and I can't say both of them, so I have to say one or the other. Alright, first one, correction. Leopard climbs a tree. Breathe in. Breathe out. Shift right. Turn left. Little step. Press down to the left. Shift. Breathe in. Pull up. And extend as you breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Okay? Extend as you breathe out. That was what I was trying for here. This extension. Pull up and extend. I called out, and so correction is press down, then come up. So down, then bring it up. That movement, press down, gives you part of the momentum that you want to have to come up. All right? I flubbed it in one of the sets there. So, correction. Make sure that you don't forget it. Press down, then come up. The second thing that I wanted to mention is this idea that I've suspended my leg. There were a couple of times where I did that. As I shift back here for a second. Right? So, from here I'm going to go the other side. Shift, press down on the right, and I'm going to bring the right up, and I'm going to extend, and then I'm going to bring it in, and come down. That I didn't put my foot down. Once it came up, it stayed. Try to do that. Seriously. It's not, we don't want it all the way up here, although we could do that. What you want is all of your weight off of that extending leg, because there is a kick that we have in there. It's not just put the foot out there for decoration. That in this move, as we extend, the other leg is bending. All right, if you're thinking of this other leg is bending, right leg is bending, right leg bends, keep bending more, bend more. If I'm thinking about this is up and I'm going to put it down there, now I'm not going to bend anymore on my right leg because I've got my weight on my left. This isn't going much more. It's not an easy move. That all the way down? Especially not on one leg. And you got to come back up on one leg too. This is the advanced class, right? Alright, so how do we develop that strength? How do we develop that skill? How do we start? Where do you start with that? Pulling up, supporting and sustaining the body, developing that holding strength that lets us sustain the body. Okay, then you've got the great headshot of me looking at the machine because it dropped a connection and I'm sorry about that. Technical difficulties. I did not realize that could happen. Anyway, I should know better. Alright, anyway, just getting ready to wrap up. I will see about editing some of that out so everybody doesn't have to have that long pause in there for the rest of whatever. Alright. My point as I was finishing up was this idea that as we're pulling up, this sense of pulling up from underneath, from using the pelvic floor muscles, all of them, to pull up, gives us, I'm going down here, greater flexibility in the hip to move than we would have otherwise. That just sink, You can feel it through the leg. You can feel the hold. This is, you can't see it, but you should feel it. You need to pay attention to it. That pull in and up as you sink opens the hip joint so that it's easier to move the hip. The more you practice it, the easier it is to do. All of those things go along with. Today's lesson focused on that sense of pulling up from underneath, even as we shift to one leg or the other, so that the legs can move freely underneath. However much we're moving on a given day, that depends. As I was mentioning, and I'm not sure it got onto the recording, and I will finish that up. Leopard climbs a tree. Sink. Come up. All of this goes down. Foot's not down. Here's my foot. Okay? It's not down. Sink. Come back up. Bring it in. That effort to sustain through the body gives you the ability to do that. If you're on your leg, if you're on your supporting leg, all my weight's on my leg, hey, you can't move. Your hip won't bend that far. I hope you enjoyed today's class. Thank you for being here. Apologies again for the technical issues. I will be back next week, Xingyi, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. 12 animals form, and it is going fast, so just be aware. I am paying attention to different blocks, so each block is a full class. If you were to pick up one, it makes it all that much easier to pick up another one. Qigong, Thursday and Friday. Changes coming up in May. I'll have more about that later on, and changes to the website to make that some of the instruction and some of the materials that we have more accessible Monday. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it.